Hello. Uh, Sorry, the NTI 24 had some uploading issues, so that was late getting uploaded. Hopefully that's taken care of. That's up, and hopefully this gets up okay on time. And so, but don't worry, because you will have basically a week to get everything caught up, taken up before everything is officially due in. So, well, almost a week. Please don't wait till the last minute to do everything, because they're kind of giving you and me a week to get things caught up. So if you wait, if everybody waits, puts everything in last minute, I won't have time, because they're not giving me really any extra time. Anyway, NTI 23 was your Tarver video. I did have a question form to go with that. Your NTI 24, that should have been up Tuesday. Hopefully I got it up Tuesday night. I'm actually recording this, and then I'm going to go to where I hopefully have better internet so I can get these uploaded. I was having a 3-hour wait. My phone died, major issues. I was trying to keep it charged, upload. Rough stuff, guys, rough stuff. I'm sure you're having rough stuff too. So, you know, we're all being flexible. So don't feel you got to stay right on schedule. Again, you will have, a 3-day buffer basically on this stuff. And I'm trying not to give you too much. This paper, this is the Trapezoid Notes paper. This is NTI 25 and 26. For the non-isosceles trapezoid, so our topic is trapezoids. For the non-isosceles trapezoids, trapezoid is a quadrilateral with only one pair of opposite sides parallel. Okay, so we are done with the parallelograms. Consecutive angles, the ones that are between the parallel lines, are supplementary. So that's goes back to our parallel lines and transversals. Those consecutive angles, these are your parallel lines, these are consecutive angles, these are consecutive angles. Yes, these are consecutive angles, but they're not between parallel lines. Okay, so these are not supplementary. If they are supplementary, there's a problem, because that would make these parallel. Then we have a parallelogram. Okay, so only the ones between the parallel lines are going to be supplementary. So not a whole lot of new stuff on that. Just that this is called a base. This is called a base. Okay. Our isosceles trapezoid. Isosceles means you're going to have two sides that are congruent. We call our congruent sides legs. These are still bases. B-A-S-E. So just like with your isosceles triangle, your congruent sides are called legs. Okay, two congruent sides, those are called legs. Now, a couple of special things that happens with, well, first, non-parallel sides are our legs. They are congruent. That's what makes it isosceles. Okay? Special things for your isosceles trapezoid. Diagonals are congruent. Okay? They do not bisect each other. Do not bisect each other. Base angles are congruent. Okay, so This angle is congruent to this angle, the ones that share a common base. This angle is congruent to this angle. So like if you visualize this going on up being an isosceles triangle, basically the same as your isosceles triangle. Base angles are congruent. Okay. Opposite angles are supplementary. Tarver did not talk about this property. This angle and this angle are going to be supplementary. It kind of makes sense because if these two are supplementary and these two are the same, well, these have to be supplementary. Okay, it's going to get you there with substitution. Okay, so some problems. First, we're going to start out with arithmetic. We have generic trapezoid. They give us this angle and this angle. They want to know a couple angles. They want to know angle K. Don't follow your parallel. Whoops. Let me move my paper up. Sorry about that. Don't follow your parallel side. Follow the non-parallel side. These two angles are the supplementary angles. So to get angle K, I'm going to do 180 minus 51. I have to borrow, so that's 170 minus 57 minus 5 is 210, 29. 129. Forgot to bring that 1 down. Okay, very obtuse angle. 129. 29 would not have made sense. Okay, measure of angle M. Again, I'm going on my non-parallel side. This is my transversal, effectively. So it's 180 minus 87. 7 less than 100, so 93. Okay, you can use a calculator on that. Okay, number 2 is similar. I'm going to leave that for you to do on your own. Number 3, somewhat similar, except they're bringing in some algebra. Okay, these two angles, be careful, these are parallel sides. So these are consecutive or same side interior angles. They have to add to equal 180. So I'm going to combine like terms, set them equal to 180. Here, I do not have an x term. This one you're going to do on your own. Make sure on this one you do combine your x terms, combine your numbers. Be careful, this is a negative, this is a positive. So on this, that's going to be a negative 10. On this, I'm going to have 8x plus 60. 54 plus 6 is 60. Equals 180. Solve for x. So I'm going to subtract 60 from both sides. So I get 8x equals 120. Divide by 8. X equals 8 only goes into 12 one time, leaving me a remainder of 4, 40. 8 goes into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay. Not having you guys here, it's making me work at my arithmetic skills. Okay, number 4. I'm going to leave that for you to do. Similar problem. Let's see if I can tilt this just a little bit without messing up my orientation. I think I succeeded. Okay, remember in an isosceles trapezoid, I'm saying I got diagonals drawn here, so I'm assuming I'm going to use that. I know my diagonals are congruent. It says that DG, well, DG is a side. What's DG congruent to? It's congruent to EF. Make sure you use proper notation. Okay, and then DF is one diagonal. That's congruent to the other diagonal, which is GE. GE keeps the lights on. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at number 6 together. TUVW is an isosceles trapezoid. Angle T is congruent to what angle? Base angles are congruent. This is where you follow your parallel line. This is your base. Go along your base. So angle T is congruent to angle U. What? Are they messing with our minds here, or did they make a mistake? Okay, angle U is congruent to angle T. I don't know if they made a mistake there or what. Okay, so if you see a congruent sign, your answer is going to be the notation for another geometric object. Be it a segment, should match what you had. If you have an equal sign, your answer is going to be a number. Okay, so for number 7, notice they only give us one measure. It's an isosceles trapezoid. Yes, we should be able to get all of the other measures. Base angles are congruent, so angle Q is 112 degrees. It's the same as angle P. Angle R. These are consecutive interior angles or same side interior angles. They add to equal 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 112. I'm going to have to borrow. That becomes a 7. 10 minus 2 is 8. 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. 68 degrees. And then you can double check, make sure, does this add up to 180? Yes. Angle S is congruent to angle R. Those are base angles. So angle S is 68 degrees, and it should add to this to be 180, and it does. So we're good there. I'm going to leave this one for you to do. Okay. So that's 3 problems to do, and I'm going to stop there. We will look at a couple of problems tomorrow. On the back, it starts on algebra. A lot of you will probably be fine on that. I will do a couple of those problems with you tomorrow and then leave some of them for you to do independently. As always, I will put up a form so you can check your answers. I'll give hints on there. Some people didn't care for my hints, but remember, if the hints are not enough, you can always take a picture of your work and send me an email, and I'll give you additional help. So, you know, somebody said, just solve the problem for me. I'm wanting you to try to do it on your own, and that's the point of the form. If you need more help, I'll gladly give you more help. Just take a picture of work, send me an email, okay? So I'm sitting there. Some people are using me big time, and I think some of you aren't using me as much as you should. But I'm sitting there, and some of you I want to hear from. I'm not hearing from you. So those of you that are using me, thank you. Those of you who aren't, please start using me. We're not going to be back in person, so get in touch up with me. My first period students, you definitely have got to get in touch with me the first of the week. So we only have 3 more weeks, guys, and then we're done. So I don't know when and how they're exactly going to get everything out to you guys officially, but we've got, we're only going to give you work through this week, next week, and the next week. and then we're going to have a catch-up week, basically, for a week for you guys to get everything turned in and me get everything graded, and that's it. My grades are going to have to be in by the 19th, so we're actually going to end a little early. That's your reward for watching this video. Take care, guys. I miss you, and I hate that we ended the way we did. We're ending the way we are. Take care. Peace out, guys. Sorry that my videos... bad connections. I'm sorry. Take care, guys.